This is the inside of 5-inch 38 anti-aircraft. Twin mounts. There was 12 men in this mount. The doors were sealed, completely closed. You had a pointer, a trainer, and a fuse setter. You had 2 shellmen, 2 powdermen, 2 hot casemen, 2 gun captains, and 1 mount captain. Just like the loading machine, the powder would come up through the hoist, the shells would come up through a hoist. The powder man would pull the powder out, set it in the tray, shellman, set it in the tray, grab it, the gun would go off. In the case that something happened where Sky Control couldn't take care of us, then the pointer and trader could do it on manual. But normally, everything was automatic, and the whole time this mount would be moving this way and the guns would be moving up and down, and as long as you were above 45, the hot case would slide right down out the scuff. When you got above that, it would bounce. That's when you had to throw them out. My job, I stood on the other side of the mount here, and every time the spade would come back, I'd drop it, ready for the next powder charge, the next shell would be put in. We could fire just as fast as we could load after we got that new proximity fuse. We call it Buck Rogers ammunition. For you young folks who don't know who Buck Rogers was, he was our first man in space. But this is my battle station. This is where I spent most of my time. We spent watches here. Every morning, an hour before sunrise, they sound sky defense. We'd man the guns, because at that time we was most vulnerable from the Japanese or from the enemy. They would come in when the sun was coming up, they'd come in right out of the sun. And then an hour after sunset, the same way they could come in from the sun setting. So every day we'd be an hour before sunrise to an hour after sunrise in here, plus we stand 4-hour watches, and we take care of our regular job.
How hot did it get in here?
How hot did it get in here? I don't know. It was pretty darn hot. You can imagine, down in the South Pacific, I'm sure these rooms were probably well over 100 degrees. But when you're 17, 18 years old, heat didn't bother us much. All we wanted to do was get the job done, and we did.